Hey, what's up, man?
Hey, how's it going, Henry?
Doing good. I'm about to do my special.
Oh, that's great, dude. What are you gonna do for an opening bit?
Well, I'm gonna start with some stand-up, and then I've got my guitar, so I'll do some songs, piano, a couple of special guests, you know.
No, but like, at the beginning, like a cold open.
What do you mean?
I don't know, you just have like two guys standing on the street talking, something like that.
I don't know, man. That might be kind of weird, because then people are tuning in for a live special, and all they've got is, two guys just shooting the shit,
Well, no, you make something funny happen.
Like what?
Like, I don't know, like you can't get into the theater because the door's locked, something like that.
I feel like I've seen that before. It's kind of stupid.
All right.
But cool, man. I gotta go sound check. Thanks.
Yeah, man. Have a good show.
Thank you.
Was it locked?
Yeah, I guess it is. All right. Well, I'm gonna go around the back way, I guess.
All right, well, have a good show.
Thanks.
Hey, Henry, this door's open. You only tried the one door?
Oh, I must have tried the other one.
Yeah.
All right, thanks, man.
Yeah, have a good show.
Ladies and gentlemen, Henry Phillips.
All right. Thanks, everybody. You feeling good? Yeah, neither am I. I'm gonna do some music for you guys, by the way, in a little bit. Yeah, cool. I'm really into music. I think music has always been like my drug. You know what I mean? Like music is drugs for me, is a good way to say it. I don't know. I know if, like, for a lot of you guys, especially younger people, it's like Molly or all these like hallucinogenics or crystal meth or whatever, cocaine. I don't know. Drinking or whatever. And don't get me wrong, I do all that shit also. I just think that music's a good thing to do, and I'm gonna do that in a little bit. I had to go to a wedding for a buddy of mine not too long ago, which sucked, obviously. We're not wedding people here, right? Nobody's... I'm sure if you had a wedding, yours sucked too, but this is... But anyway, so the one thing that happened that was great at my buddy's wedding that made the whole thing worthwhile is I got to witness probably the most hilariously, I think, awkward conversation that's ever happened. And I want to try to recreate it for you right now. It was over by the bar area, and one guy sees another guy, and this is exactly what he says. He goes, hey man, hey, I thought you died. And the other guy's like, you thought I died? And this guy's like, yeah, like your brother told me you died or something? And this guy goes, my brother died. I told you this. It's hilarious. I was like pulling up a chair going, oh, this is gonna be good. And so then this guy goes, oh, maybe that was it. Yeah, well, that's awesome that you're alive, at least, right? And then he walked away, and I was like, oh, that's beautiful. I'm actually originally from Los Angeles, which is ironic, because I think everybody thinks LA is this place where everybody's, like, sleeping their way to the top. And I always felt like I was just, like, masturbating my way to the bottom for whatever reason. But I've always had the worst luck when it comes to meeting new people, especially girls for the first time. And this is a true story. I was at the bank once, and there was a girl in front of me in the line, and I had to sneeze really bad. But I didn't want to sneeze all over, so I tried to hold it in. And I don't know if anybody's had this when you try to hold in your sneeze, and I don't know how I did this, but somehow I wound up making the sneeze noise. But at the last minute, like, the sneeze part just backed out for no reason. So I was behind her, and I just kind of made a noise like this, where I was like... like that, right? So it's like, I think it would have been better if I just sneezed, because that's not a sound you want to hear this guy making behind you when you're at the fucking bank. So, nothing happened with her or whatever. And this one's even worse. It was in an elevator once, and there was a girl in the elevator that I thought was kind of pretty. I was trying to talk to her, and it wasn't going anywhere. And when I got to my floor, I didn't know if I was supposed to go right or left, but I just wanted to get out of there. So I thought, well, I'm just gonna go left and then deal with it later. So I get to my floor, and I was like, all right, well, you have a good one, and maybe I'll see you in the lobby or whatever. And then I went left, and there's just a wall right here, and I was like, oh shit. But I didn't think that they could see, so I thought, well, maybe what I'll do, I'm just gonna kind of stand here and hide like up against the wall just for a second and wait for the doors to close, so that way she doesn't know that I fucked up. So I was just kind of standing here hiding up against this wall waiting, and the doors aren't closing for the longest time. But while I was standing there, I looked across here and there's a giant mirror right there. And I could see her and these other people, and they're just looking at me, and I'm just standing here hiding against this wall. I didn't know what to say. I was like, oh, hey. And then the doors closed right at that moment, so that's the last thing anybody saw. So I was like, oh, man. I don't think that happens to normal people ever. I don't know what the hell that was. I should have just been like, oh, sorry, wrong way, and then gone. But instead, I turned it into a whole awkward world of shit there. But that's all right. I was doing a promo interview for my new CD, Let's Get Suicidal, which is available on iTunes. And they asked me, what are my two favorite things? And I was like, cooking and masturbating. And I don't really know what the second thing would be. But that's neither here nor there anyway. But I'm sorry if I seem like a little extra kind of nervous on top of everything, but I'm going through kind of a breakup situation, and my friends are tired of hearing me bitch about it. I know it's been about 9 years now or whatever, but it sucks when it happens. And no, but I was seeing this girl for a little while not too long ago who was cool, and I don't think she knew this, and this is important, I think, for the ladies out there. I think there's some things that women shouldn't say when you're actually in the middle of, the act of having sex or whatever. Like, I have no problem if you're doing that and at one point the girl wants to say, something like, oh, I really like it when you do this down there, whatever that is. But this girl would always be like, oh, I really like it when people, and I was like, people? That's not the right word at all, right? Yeah. That's not even like gender specific. You just kind of picture a big crowd of people, like at the DMV or something like that. I don't know. And the other one, and and I don't want to get too graphic or whatever, but I have no problem if at one point the girl wants to say, hey, I really like your penis or whatever. This girl would always be like, oh, wow, I really like penises. And I was trying to tell her, like, penises, that's not a compliment at all, right? It's not saying anything, it's not hard to put the word your, in there. And the last one, again, I know we're in mixed company or whatever, but I guess that at one point, she had shaven her vagina, and it came out wrong for some reason. And she was walking around, and she kept on going, oh, man. See, now everybody's going to think that... and I was like, everybody? Why would everybody even be seeing that? So anyway, that's enough about her. A buddy of mine's also going through a breakup, and he called me recently to ask about his ex, and he was like, hey, did she seem kind of crazy to you? And then I remembered the first time that he introduced me to her. He's a comic also, so we went to this bar, and he introduced me to her, and then he went out to make a phone call or something. So it's just she and I, and it's before the place opens, so there's nobody else there. And we're just sitting there talking for a couple minutes, and all of a sudden I smelled a fart a little bit, which was fine, and I didn't want to embarrass her or whatever, so I didn't say anything, which I think is the right thing to do. So I'm just sitting there with her, and then all of a sudden she said to me, she goes, ew, did you fart? And I was like, no. And nice try, but there's only two of us here, right? You can't fart and then blame it on the only other person in the room, right? I mean, that's crazy. And so I was trying to explain that to her. I was like, no, if Carl was still here, then maybe I would think it's him, and then he thinks it's me. And you can create kind of like a reasonable doubt situation. But in this case, it's impossible for me to be the one that farted. And then she got mad. She was like, ew, I'm gonna go, you farted. And so I told my buddy, I was like, yeah, she's batshit out of her fucking mind. I don't know who tries that, but anyway. One more really quick story about farting, and then I'm gonna change the subject completely. No, I have to say this one only because it happened with the girl from 9 years ago, but I was in a hotel, and we were getting ready to go out for the evening, and she was sitting on the bed, and I had to go to the bathroom, and you know how sometimes the hotels have really thin doors, and I was kind of self-conscious about making the noise, so I was in there, and have you ever done that thing where you try to flush the toilet at the same time to try to cover up like the initial noise of it or whatever? So I'm doing that, and but I don't know if this hotel, they had some kind of really high-tech, like hyper-efficient flushing mechanism or something, but when you flushed it, it basically just went whoosh, like that. So if you're on the other side, what you hear is basically like whoosh, and I was like, oh God. I was like mortified. I was like, so I was like, oh, maybe she didn't hear it or whatever. And then of course when I get out, she's on the bed laughing, and I was like, why are you laughing? And she's like, did you like flushed and then shit? Like, who does that? And so I was like, it's embarrassing. I want to tell you kind of a sad story here for a little bit here. I think it's really important when you're a comedian and you mention a geographical location, like earlier I said LA or whatever, that at least everybody has a certain idea of what that place is kind of all about. And I want to tell you a quick story about how that went horribly wrong for me one time. I was at a place called Point Mugu. Do you guys know Point Mugu? Yeah, so it's just a little bit north here, and it's a naval base. And I was playing a show right next to, they have a place called Camarillo, which is right next to Point Mugu, and I was at a bar, and I made this stupid joke about Point Mugu that was so dumb. I'm almost embarrassed to have to say the joke, but I have to in order to tell the story. But basically, the joke was I was like, yeah, hey guys, I was just here having sex on the beach here with this girl at Point Mugu, and I didn't want to get her pregnant, so I had to kind of point Mugu at her tits or whatever. Like that was the joke. Yeah, stupid. Again, I'm embarrassed about it, but anyway, a friend of mine was actually at that show, and the next day she was trying to tell her boyfriend that joke, but she couldn't remember the name Point Mugu, so she had to kind of like improvise it. So she was like, how did it go? He said he was in some naval base called like Aim Majiz or something like that. And it's like, he didn't want to get her pregnant, so he had to aim Majiz at her tits. But here's the problem. Her boyfriend was actually from that area, and he was in the Navy. So he was like, there's no Navy base called Aim Majiz everywhere. That's a stupid joke. It's dumb. You can't just make up a funny sounding name and then work a joke backwards. That's stupid. And I don't know, it made me look like a big asshole. And I guess the reason that story's always been so, what would you say, beautiful to me is just, it lets me tell my Point Mugu joke. That's really the only point of that whole story, so I wanted to make sure that you heard that one. My place is in West Hollywood. I found this out recently in my neighborhood. Apparently, hailing a taxi must look exactly the same as trying to get a male prostitute. Because I was like standing there for hours waiting for one, and like all these damn taxis kept pulling up, and I was like, what the? But that's neither here nor there. You guys ready to hear some music? Let's do it. I'm pretty excited to do this first song for you. It's a song that I wrote for my friend Todd, who I grew up with. As a matter of fact, he's the guy who taught me how to drive. And I think he did a good job, because a lot of times when I'm driving around, people roll their windows down. They'll be like, hey, who taught you how to drive? And I'll be like, Todd? I don't know. But anyway, so Todd is a singer-songwriter now, and he's very successful. And as a matter of fact, he got to meet Ray Charles right before he died, and he wrote this beautiful song about it called No One Sings Georgia Like Ray. And I heard that song at Todd's, and I got so inspired by it that I wrote my own song back for Todd, which is a nice one too. It's called No One Sings Georgia Like Ray, Like Todd. And I guess that Todd heard that song of mine, and then he got so inspired by it that he wrote a song back for me, and that one's kind of long. It's called No One Sings Georgia like Ray, like Todd, like Henry. You guys hear that all right? All right. So anyway, I heard that song at Todd's, and I was like, oh, fuck. Now I gotta write a song back for him, but it's gonna be so long, and nobody's gonna dig it. So instead, if you guys don't mind, I'm gonna do a song that literally has nothing to do with that whole fucking story that I was just telling. This is a song that goes out to anybody out there in this room tonight, and I hope you enjoy it. Hold on. You guys hearing that all right? All right, cool. Shit. Don't you wish they just had some kind of pill that you could take where you could instantly be able to be one of these guys who just kicks ass on the fucking guitar? Just like Eddie Van Halen, Stevie Ray Vaughan. You wouldn't have to practice all damn time. You just take one of these pills and play like that guy for like an hour. Like, let's say you're at a party and it's late at night, you had to impress some hot girl at the party. Or maybe later on in the relationship, you had to impress the parents. Because they didn't think you had any other good things about you, and they thought you drank too much, and just overall, they just thought you were kind of a shitty person. You wouldn't have to worry about all the paying dues for years and suffering for your art. By suffering, like, you know, just 20 years of a grind, and then you're finally doing your hour special in a place that holds like 30 people instead of like shooting at the big time where you got like 20,000 girls and they're just flashing their underwear and throwing their tits, and you wouldn't have to worry. Sorry. Throwing their underwear and flashing their tits at you. Taking their tits off and throwing them at you, whatever, sorry. You wouldn't have to worry about all that shit that goes along with trying to get that fucking good. Wouldn't that be great? If they had a pill like that, wouldn't that be neat? Well, everybody, I actually happen to have one of these pills on me right now. We're gonna take this and see if it works. I've never tried this before, but you know. Thanks. I also, thank you. I want to say, I sell these pills for $10 a piece after the show if anybody wants to come up and... Wouldn't that be fucking great? If they had a pill like that, wouldn't that be neat? But they don't. Thank you, good night. I'm not leaving, I just like to say thank you, good night at the end of the song. It sounds like a cool rock star thing to do, but by the way, I did that song, I was in Peoria, Illinois, of all places, and a place called the Jukebox Comedy Club. Late Saturday night, I did that song, and this girl in the audience yelled at me right at the part where I take the pill and then started playing the guitar. She yelled at me. She went, "Bullshit." And I want to say, she's right. I'm not really taking a pill and then playing the guitar. It's just part of a whole comedy act, you know, that I'm doing up here. But I wanted to make sure that everybody knew. All right. I guess nothing gets past her. But anyway, this next song I want to do for you, I've been doing this probably 20 years now. I've made hundreds of dollars in this business, which is pretty exciting. And but last year was really a difficult year for me, and I think it was for a lot of people. As a matter of fact, I don't know if you guys follow this. Did you know that last year the unemployment rate was 100% in my apartment for the whole time, which is crazy. And I had a lot of time to like kind of watch TV, and there was a lot of guys screwing up really bad. And this is a song about, sometimes we're too hard on ourselves when we screw up, and this is just a song about, you know, picking yourself up and moving on. So and by the way, this is kind of a smooth jazz, you know, kind of song. So I don't know, girls, if you wanted to show your tits or whatever you wanted. Whatever you do when you hear those types of songs. Sometimes we all make mistakes, and sometimes we catch the real tough breaks. But here's a trick that I've been working on. Just say oops and move on. Ran out of gas, or maybe you stepped on broken glass, or managed to lose a fucking Malaysian plane. Just say oops and move on. Or maybe you're a movie star and you end up in some Hollywood bar. Next thing you know, you're getting blackout drunk and talking shit about the Jews. Don't you even sweat it, have a gin and tonic and just try to forget it, 'cause it's all good. Or crashed a cruise ship off the coast of Italy. Just say oops and move on. Sometimes there's nothing else to do. Besides, there might be people suing you, 'cause you might have killed the king of pop by giving him too much drugs. Just say oops. By the way, I want to apologize about my voice tonight. Every night, it's a shitty voice, and I apologize about that. Or tweeted your boner to some college girl. Just say oops and move on. Thanks very much, everybody. This is cool. This next song I wrote in Las Vegas, and it was right during that whole time where they had this expression that says, you know, whatever happens in Vegas stays in Vegas or whatever. And I noticed that during that time, all the other casinos were trying to play off of that. So I went to like the Palms Casino, and they were trying to outdo it. And so when you went to the Palms Casino, above the hotel desk, it just says, what happens at the Palms never happen. Like that's their thing. They're trying to outdo it. And then I went to my favorite casino, which is called the Golden Nugget. And it's more, yeah, it's like cheap blackjack and hookers and all that stuff. And they're trying to outdo all of them, because when you go to the Golden Nugget, right above the hotel desk, it just says, what happens at the Golden Nugget happens in the ass. Yeah, and I was like, what does that even mean? Like, are they talking about the gambling? Check it out. If you ever go to Vegas, it's in the downtown area. It's called the Golden Nugget. And go to the hotel desk, and it'll say, what happens at the Golden Nugget happens in your ass. I don't know if it's the ass or your ass or whatever, but and if, by the way, you go there and they don't have it, just ask them. Just be like, hey, what'd you guys do with the thing that says happens in your ass? That story's bullshit too, but that would be funny if like hundreds of, well, dozens of people start showing up to the Golden Nugget and asking them that. They'd be like, why is everybody asking us if it says this ridiculous thing? But anyway, so I was doing shows, and to kill time, they have the casino area, and then right next to it, they have this whole like arcade area where they've got like video games, and they had that skee ball. Have you ever done skee ball where you have this little bowling ball and you throw it and it goes in the hole? So I'm doing that just to kill time, and the guy playing right next to me just sucks at it. And I was kind of making fun of him. I was like, dude, you fucking suck at this or whatever. And he's like, I'm only 5, you know? And I was like, I don't care how old you are, I'm just saying that you suck. But he started crying, and that's when I was like, oh man. I mean, you know, not only does he suck, but he's like a pussy apparently too. So that was just weird for me. So later on that night, I went to my hotel room and I started flipping through the channels, and they had this guy. Remember a few years ago there was a guy talking about how the end of the world was going to happen. I mean, there's always somebody saying this, but he was saying like in May there's going to be the end of the world. And so I wrote a song that night about what I would do if it were the end of the world. And I'm going to share it with you right now, and I hope you enjoy it. A song called The End of the World. Thank you. You know, this is just, I have this album, it's the James Taylor live album. It's live. Every time he starts the song, he'll do like the first riff or whatever, the first couple of chords, and everybody recognizes it, and you'll hear this huge applause because it's everybody's favorite song or whatever. And I know that probably most of the people in this room have never even heard my shit before, but I thought it'd be great if we could just recreate that moment right now. If you don't mind, I'll start it again. And then if you give me that little bit of recognition at the top, maybe we'll feel like we're at a big rock concert or whatever. People in the bathroom will be like, oh, we better wipe up and see what's gonna go on. I don't know what's gonna happen, but we'll pretend like I'm just starting right now. So here we go. Hey everybody. It's a little song about the end of the world. Thank you. Well, I was flipping through the channels on my TV set last night, and then I came across this TV preacher guy, and he was talking about some prophecies, and I think I heard him say that tomorrow was the end of the world. So then I went into my kitchen and I reached for that top shelf, and I grabbed the finest whiskey I could find, 'cause there's no need to save the finer things for later anymore if tomorrow is the end of the world. And then I got into my car and I drove down to a street corner, and I asked some guy where I could get cocaine. And then I went up to the prettiest hooker I could find and asked if I could do a line of blow off her vagina. Well, much to my surprise, she said she didn't have a vagina. And much to my surprise, I didn't care. 'Cause there's no need for you to not be getting transsexual hookers anymore now that tomorrow is the end of the world. So have a smoke, shoot some smack, kick a little kid in the fucking face. Steal somebody's groceries, 'cause there's no need to not be grocery stealing, little kid in the face, kicking, smack, shooting, smoking, hooker, getting whatever the fuck else I said, guy, anymore, since tomorrow is the end of the world. Well, when I woke up this morning, I took a look around, and of course I saw that everything was fine. But I'm still gonna have to thank that TV preacher guy, because I had myself a fucking good time. Thank you. Thanks so much. You guys want to hear a song on the piano? All right. I'm at the piano. I want to do a song for you now that I wrote for the girl that I almost married 9 years ago, and it didn't happen, and it was her fault. And I wrote this song. I actually wrote this song for her right after we broke up, so it might sound a little bitter. So I'm going to say ahead of time, if you're on a date tonight, or if you're happily married, or just, you know, if you love the person that you came with tonight or whatever, fuck you, because this is kind of more my experience with the whole thing. And she never really was abused when she was younger, and her father never up and ran away. Even though her family gave her all the love she needs, somehow she's a bitch anyway. Me, I tried to be her shining hero. I said I love you 2,000 fucking times a day. I showered her with presents bought from the finest shops in town. But somehow she's a bitch anyway. And when I tell her my funny little stories, she'd say, well, I guess you had to be there. I told her my Point Mugu story. She said it sucks. And when the evening news shows homeless people, she says it's their own damn fault. But then she hits me up for $50. Somehow she's a bitch anyway. I'm sorry, I always get just a little kind of like emotional at the end of this one, but I can do this. Hold on a second. She's a Sorry. Embarrassing. Hold on. Can bitch anyway. Thank you guys. Thank you so much. That's a true story. Oh man. The song that I'd like to do for you now that I actually wrote with a buddy of mine. He and I have written a lot of songs together, and he was supposed to come down tonight and do a duet with me, but I think he was kind of pissed off because we got in a little fight today, and I feel bad about it. It was my fault or whatever, but I'm going to do it without him, but it's my buddy Mark Cohen. He's a great guy, and if he's out there watching, hey, buddy, I'm sorry, and, whatever. But I'm going to do it without him, and I don't know. Hope you guys like it. You're my favorite Jew. You're my favorite Jew. And I'd do anything you asked me to. Even though they say your people killed my Lord, I forgive you, 'cause you're my favorite Jew. My favorite Jew. What? Oh shit, man, you made it. That's Mark Cohen, everybody. Oh, I knew you were gonna show up. It's a party now.
I'm your favorite Jew. Your favorite Jew. I'll do anything you pay me to.
The colors on your flag are white and blue.
Hey, let's go outside and say a bracha or two.
I'm so glad you weren't around in 1942, 'cause you're my favorite Jew. My favorite Jew. That's Mark Cohen, everybody. We wrote that song together. My friend Susie went out and got a new boyfriend, and they had sex, and they used a condom, but they only used the one condom. And condoms come, what is it, 12 in the pack? anymore? Yeah. All right. Yeah. You know, I mean, I don't know. I don't use condoms either, but I guess that she saw him a couple of days later and noticed that there was a bunch of condoms missing from the package. So she's like, what happened to the rest of the condoms? And he said, oh, I use them when I masturbate. And so she was kind of concerned. So she asked me as like her male friend, she's like, have you ever done that before? And I was like, I mean, yeah, I've done that, you know, once or twice or whatever. And she said, really? You've used condoms to masturbate? And I said, oh, I'm sorry. I thought you meant have I ever lied to my girlfriend before? So we had this whole misunderstanding about that. But anyway. This next song, it was really late at night one time. I was watching this documentary on crystal meth, which I think is the best way to watch a documentary if you get a chance. But I remember coming up with this song. It's a song about how about my financial situation, I guess you could say, and I hope you enjoy it. I just got a letter in the mail saying that I failed to pay my credit card in time, and that's a $40 fine, which would have been okay, except for that it caused me to exceed my credit line, and that's another $40 fine. So then I got another piece of mail saying that the balance due was drawn from my checking account, which caused a bunch of checks to bounce, which would have been okay, except the fact that one of those checks was to the DMV for the registration fee. So the next day I was on my way to work and I couldn't find my car. It wasn't where I parked it just the day before. And then I got another piece of mail. This one said the registration tags were out of date, so they had to tow my car away, which wasn't quite okay. I called them to explain, and when I finally got through, they just made me wait on hold. After 40 minutes I hung up because I had to go to work. But then I realized if I don't have a car, then how the fuck am I gonna get to work? So I got fired from my job. So here I am living in a box underneath a bridge in this quiet little town, and I take a look around. Things are quite okay. I don't get any bills, and the best part of it is that I can't get any mail. All right. Hey, would you like another special guest for this next song? Thank God. Without further ado, why don't I bring up Audrey Tess. She's gonna help me with this next song. This is a song that's a duet, which means that it's sung by two people. I met a girl at the checkout line while I was buying a cantaloupe, and she was beautiful to me. She had a smile that could save the world, and her eyes just looked right through me, and she said her name was Julia.
I met this guy at the checkout line while he was buying a pineapple, and right away he stole my heart. He was tall and handsome and dreamy. He looked a lot like Prince Charming. He said his name was Christopher.
Christopher Well, who the fuck is Christopher? And why was he buying a pineapple? If you ask me, he sounds like some kind of pussy.
He said he just got back from Iraq with a Purple Heart for saving civilian babies. He's a Navy SEAL, not one of these self-involved musician douchebags.
Oh, he's a military guy. That means he's probably out getting gonorrhea from some weird island whore in Southeast Asia.
Thank God that now he's back for good, out of the Navy and going to med school to become a pediatrician so he can save more babies.
So wait, you're saying he's also a doctor. That means he's probably gonna marry some princess chick and he has no interest for some small town bitch like Julia.
So glad that he just broke up with his girlfriend Jessica, some rich debutante who was too high maintenance. Now he just wants someone down to earth. Christopher.
I think I'm gonna fucking puke.
I am your soulmate.
This guy sounds like a dick.
Not that dumb model whore, Jessica.
So wait, you're saying that Jessica's a model, and she's also like some rich debutante chick, and she's single. I want to hear more about Jessica.
She's just a superficial bitch, probably never even read a book. She just sits around and paints her nails and waxes her vagina.
So wait, you're saying she has a waxed vagina, and she's rich and hot and single, and her name is Jessica.
No one would ever be interested in Jessica. She's not even capable of a monogamous relationship. She used to bring girls home and fuck them in front of Christopher.
So wait, so that means she's also a bisexual. I think I'm falling in love with Jessica, the millionaire debutante wax vagina whore.
Christopher,
Jessica,
I want to build a life with you.
I wanna fuck your shaved vagina.
You are my one true love.
I love you, Jessica. That's Audrey Tess there. She's amazing. Thank you so much. Do you guys like the blues at all? I want to do a blues song for you. You know, the blues is all about despair, and I've always liked to say that what I take from my life, I give back through my art. And that, you know, so far that's all been just shit. But I thought it'd be really interesting. What if there was a guy who wanted to sing the blues, but the reality is everything's actually going pretty good. And that's what this song's about. It's a blues song, and I don't like to tell a lot of people this, but I actually sold my soul to the devil to play guitar. Has anybody done that? So stupid. Yeah, I was like at the whole crossroads or whatever, and at first, you know, I show up there and he's there, and it was kind of awkward, and I was like, so what happens? I just sign my name in blood and then I can play the guitar? And he's like, yeah. And so I, you know, signed my name in blood, and then after that I was like, well, I don't feel like I can play the guitar right now. And he goes, well, what I was thinking is, like, you know, every Monday we could get you started on some chords and some theory, and then we'll move into like I could teach you like a Leonard Skinner song. And I was like, wait a second, I thought the whole idea is that I sell my soul and then I can jam on the guitar. And he was like, well, no, you gotta practice. And but you know, years later, I don't really think that really was the devil. Well, for one thing, it wasn't really the crossroads. It was just this kind of like dumpster behind a Chevron station or whatever. But and when I was talking to him, he was kind of touching me weird, and I don't know if I could see his penis while we were talking, and I was like, I'm starting to think I shouldn't have brought that story up. But anyway, oh yeah, blues song. So this is a blues song about not having the blues, and I hope you enjoy it. I got the rent paid on time. I got a refrigerator filled with booze. My car's running fine, gets pretty good gas mileage. Damn, things are going good. I got a beautiful wife. She's a bisexual nymphomaniac nurse. She has a perfect credit score and a hysterectomy. I guess that things could be worse, and now I'm fresh out of blues. I'm fresh out of blues. My baby only cheats with other women, which is alright with me. I got a hole in the door where I can see everything. I got one hand on the brandy and leaves the other hand free. I'm living proof in the flesh that she could be fresh out of the blue. I wish that song were true. Blues. Anyway. I think a lot of times when we go out to a big comedy show, we get so caught up in the overwhelming joy and the laughter and the giving and the happiness all the time that sometimes I think as a society we tend to lose sight of that underlying reality that ultimately, when you really think about it, the world really is a shitty, awful place. And I don't want to bring anybody down or whatever, but this is just a little ditty that I wrote about the overall uselessness of even waking up in the fucking morning. And it's a new song. I know it's getting late at night, and I know you're tired, and I know that right now all the headlines and shit have got you down, and I know I'm starting to sweat like a motherfucker. And I know we're generating higher trade deficits, for example. And I know that unemployment rates are high. And I know that General Motors just shed 14% of its automotive components operations to accelerate the overhaul of unprofitable North American expenditures, resulting in a loss of nearly 14,000 American fucking jobs. But what do you want me to do about it? And I know there's unrest in the Middle East. And I know that atmospheric temperatures are changing. And I know that most environmental scientists agree that increased carbon dioxide levels caused by the excessive burning of fossil fuels that cause the glaciers to melt and the sea levels to rise, thus rendering mankind destined to extinction and the vast death of the entire fucking solar system. But what do you want me to do about it? In Spanish. Yo sé que el mundo es loco. Y yo sé que hay muchos problemas. Y yo sé que las violaciones de los derechos americanos y la policía americana por las pruebas los problemas que los ciudadanos de México tienen. Pero, ¿qué quieres que yo haga de eso? So much. Thank you. Thanks, everybody. Thanks so much. I really appreciate every one of you guys coming out. I'm going to leave you guys with this next song here, which is one of the really cool things about being a comedian is as your career progresses, you have this wonderful opportunity to see a lot of the people that you started with at open mic nights and such become enormously famous and rich. And it's just so wonderful to watch that when you're at a hotel room somewhere in the middle of fucking nowhere and just flipping through the channels and seeing your buddy who hasn't returned your calls in a while. And that's kind of what this song's about. It's about a particular incident like that. And again, I want to thank you guys very much, and I'm going to leave you with this little song. I'm in Minneapolis, you're in Hollywood, and I heard for you things were going pretty good. You're screening your calls, I'm freezing my balls off 'cause I'm in Minneapolis and you're in Hollywood. I'm in Amarillo, Texas, you're in La La Land, and I just did a show and got heckled by the Ku Klux Klan. You're having sex on the beach, I'm opening for Screech 'cause I'm in Amarillo, Texas, and you're in Hollywood. I'm in Opelousas, Louisiana, you're in Tinseltown, and I just saw your face on TV while I was flipping around. You're signing some girl's boob, I'm reaching for some lube because I'm in Opelousas, Louisiana, and you're in Hollywood. I'm in Truth or Consequences, New Mexico. You're back in LA. And I heard you were making $3,000 a day. I just did a show and they hated my guts. Some chick with a mullet just kicked me in the nuts. Same damn song for the 2000th time. You are the blossom and I am the vine. I'm gonna go to the hotel and drown my sorrow. Does anybody have a fucking rope I can borrow? 'Cause I'm in Truth or Consequences, New Mexico. And you're in Hollywood. I gotta write songs with less words. Here we go. I'm in a bowling alley somewhere near Oskaloosa, Iowa. You're on the Walk of Fame, and the people here seem to think my songs are lame. You're at the Beverly Hills Hotel. I'm next door to an Al-Qaeda cell. There's mud coming out of the water spout, and the toilet paper just ran out. So excuse me if I sound just a little off kilter. I've been wiping my ass with a fucking coffee filter because I've been whatever the fuck I said I was. And you're in Hollywood. Yeah, I'm in a bowling alley somewhere near Oskaloosa, Iowa, and you're in Hollywood. Very much. Oh, that's very nice of you. Thanks so much, and enjoy the rest of your night. Thank you.
Help me make it through the night, 'cause I am tired. I don't like myself anymore. I guess I'm just not interesting. I have no personality. I met a guy with cancer and he felt sorry for me. I've never been a social guy. I'm always making children cry. I guess that's just the way it's meant to be.
Hey, how'd it go?
Hey, man, I think it went pretty well.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah. Wait, did you see it, or?
No, I've just been hanging out here.
Oh. All right, cool, man. Well, I'll see you later.
Yeah, congratulations, man.
Thanks. Wait, so you were just standing there the whole time, or?
Yeah, I've just been standing here the whole time.
Okay. All right, cool, man. Well, I'll see you.
Yeah, take care.